States. The United States hosts Canada in under-20 trophy qualifier. Greetings, rugby fans. I'm Dallin Stanford, and with me is former Eagle legend Brian Visit. We've just witnessed the America Rugby Championships, in which the United States defeated Canada 30-22. And now the winner of this match this evening will head to Zimbabwe and compete in the under-20 trophy. As the players and referees take the field here, Viz, we're in for another exciting clash here at Dale Diamond.
Yeah, it should be another beauty between these two Northern Hemisphere rivals. And again, Canada, this under-20 team is a very impressive team. They had a great year last year. They went 7-1 overall. They defeated Romania twice. They defeated the USA twice. And at the World Junior Trophy Tournament, they knocked off Namibia, Hong Kong, and Tonga in the pool stages and lost to Georgia in the final. And that matched their best tournament finish ever. They achieved the same result in 2013. So there's about 9 or 10 of these Canadian guys who are on that 2015 team. All of them are starting except one who's a reserve prop. So it should be a very formidable task for this United States team tonight.
Take a look at the Canadians there. And the United States, and they're coached by J.D. Stevenson, interim head coach. He's the director of rugby and head coach at Lindenwood. And assisted by Justin Goonan, Peter Borlas, James Walton, Michael Engelbrecht, David Fee, Scott Lawrence, and Kevin Battle, the skills and academy manager as well. Ton of talent there as the under-20 side take the field right now, wearing their sleek BLK uniforms. And a lot of the fans have stayed after this international test match to watch this under-20 clash in this tournament here. Is do or die for both these two teams. And we're going to go downstairs to the national anthem of Canada. Both teams absolutely fired up for this one-off clash. There used to be 2 qualifiers, and now it's down to 1.
But wouldn't you be fired up? You're an under 20-year-old. You have a chance to go down to Zimbabwe, play for a World Junior Trophy. I mean, it doesn't get much bigger than that for both these countries. The United States looking to knock off this Canada team that's had the better of them as of late. And there are some talented players on both these squads. And again, I think the national team coaches are probably going to be there looking at some of these young guys for the future. Yeah, it's good to see the crowd. A lot of the crowd still hanging around for this game. It's a pretty pulsating USA-Canada match early on against the senior teams. The United States able to get 3 quick tries. There you see the referee, Derek Summers, in the red stripe, so there's no confusion. And it looks like the Canadian team kicking off down.
That's right, they're kicking off on the left of your screen. On the right, United States in white will receive this. It's gone out on the full. Referee Summers will be assisted today by Scott Green from Austin, Texas, and then Joey Swatzel as well. And that's another great feature we mentioned in the earlier broadcast, in the America's Rugby Championship. All local referees and officials too, so they get the experience as well, including these players here. And Derek Summers has been brilliant. We've seen him at Infinity Park many times. And of course, one of the bright youngsters coming through the program here. Kurt Weaver, of course, is in South America as well, refereeing right now. So a lot of new referees coming through the program.
Yeah, that's great. Here comes the ball, so we can resume play. United States skippered by their number 8, Hanko Shemisais. Seen him play for the Glendale Raptors. Big, strong kid.
Let's go, course. Let's go, buddy.
There's plenty of leadership in this forward back. Steve Brand, the hooker. Great player in his own right.
Set.
First scrum of the game. Starting out here from Holland. Feed this big shove here from Canada. But illegal scrummaging. They'll get an early penalty here. Relieve a bit of pressure and kick for touch. Kamasez gets his hand on the ball there. Gives it to his trusty number 10, Ben Seema from Gonzaga High School.
Points. Not for touch. He's going for goal. Pretty ambitious start. 50-meter kick here right off the opening get-go. There you hear referee Derek Summers. He told the Canadian forward pack, drive straight. Well, this would be a nice morale booster for the United States if they could knock this one over. It's got to be on the 50. He can't be in front of it. Seema's looking for every inch he can get here. It's a long poke from 50 meters out.
Well, Holland was in the USA 50-man training squad ahead of the 2015 Rugby World Cup, chosen by the then coach Mike Tolkien. And the freshman from Bath University looks for the first points of the game. He's got the distance and the direction. It's over. The under-20 side lead 3-0 after 2 minutes.
Was that Louis Mulholland? What a boot on the fly half. I was giving Ben Seema some credit, but Louis Mulholland, he knew his range. Beautiful kick.
Sorry, I think there probably was Ben Seema there in the 10 jersey. I was just astounded by that kick. And now Canada trying to knock that one back in play. They've knocked it on, so 2 early errors coming off for the Canadians here, and the United States will get a chance to capitalize.
Black.
Numbers.
Yeah, Ben Seema, he's been around for a long time.
4, drop him in, drop him in. 1 more, get out, drop him in.
There's the knock right there.
Taken nicely in the middle. Ball hits the deck though, knocked on there. Playing advantage here for Canada, and now the mistakes coming in for the USA.
Yeah, you saw the United States players pull their hands back, and that put the backs in all sorts of trouble. I think that might have been the fullback, Mitch Wilson, that might have knocked that ball on. Yeah, again, down in your own end, you do not want to make mistakes. We saw the Eagles earlier tonight in the first half. They struggled early on. Here's another look at it. There's the pass, went through. Oh, no, it was the center Brian Hannon had a little trouble with it. But a good, big opportunity here for Canada. We saw that big scrum they had early to start this game.
So Cole Keffer will feed this from the UBC Thunderbirds. Quite a few teammates in this team from that same club. But it's been stolen, a tight head here from the USA.
Popped up. You have to go again.
Oh, unlucky for the United States. It looked like a foot in that scrum by Canada kicked that ball forward.
Front row stood up.
But the referee said the front row stood up. They're going to re-scrum. It's going to be another put in. Look at it. There's the front row popped up. Just as the United States were claiming possession.
Crouch. Bind.
So another chance to reset here.
Set.
Robbie Povey from Northampton, England, is the flower for Canada under 20 side. See what their forwards do with this. Good solid scrum. Bradley's at the back. Being hacked through though. Diving all over this. Mulholland is there as well for the USA. But Canada come away with George Barton.
Oh, wait.
Now they're pick and go.
Step back, Captain.
Quatrin makes good meters for Canada inside the 22. Looking for their back to attack now. It's the hard inside center.
No, leave it.
Barton yet again.
Way on. Backwards.
Anko Promises comes flying in there with a steal. Great work for the captain. Plays with the Glendale Raptors. 2-on-1. Throws it back in field. The US still maintain possession. Now they bomb this one downfield. Canada look for a counter-attack. Seizes up the options, cuts back in beautifully. Looking for work from the, looks like a fullback, Andrew Coe. Was in the Canada under 20 side last year. Collision time. Lorenzo Thomas comes flying up, preventing the quick offload from the Canadian ball carrier. Now they set it up through Regan O'Gorman. Chip over the top. Great kick into the corner. And it's Mitch Wilson that relieves it. A little bit of pressure. Doesn't go very far with that kick, though.
Now it's still inside the 22. Canada still puts the pressure on the United States team, but that was a big hit by Lorenzo Thomas. He's a stud athlete. We saw him early in the action. Probably see a few more big hits from the number 13 for the United States.
Get in, please.
Plays his rugby at Lindenwood University. Canada through Andrew Quatrin from Ontario, but it's been stolen. USA look to run from their own line. Great inside ball. And it's Wilson from Sydney, Australia, that provides the support. Oh, good little footwork and straight through Al-Jabari. Excellent work from him. Comes from a wonderful sporting family with 4 brothers. And there's that man again. Lorenzo Thomas into the action as well. Stepping off the right foot is Vuki Tumafalau. Now at the back they go to Seema. He spots some space, but great covering from Andrew Coe. Puts an up and under in.
Wait. Onside.
Seema is there to collect. Charge down. So everybody's onside. Canada take it up through Adrian Warden. About the halfway line right now. Getting the offload there with the interplay with Connor Keys. Big tackle on Fluff, Robbie Povey.
Clear release immediately.
Got to release the tackle player.
Yeah, was that the skipper, Hanko? Not releasing that tackle player. The United States very quickly up in defense. Some big hits by the U.S. junior under 20 so far. Canada looks pretty dangerous with ball in hand. They just
daylight initially. Okay.
Oh, look at that big
show daylight initially.
Finder. We'll take another look at it. There he said there was no separation. Not releasing the tackle player.
Scrum's okay.
United States again now coming up quickly on defense. And here's Canada.
4.
5-meter line out.
Canada with a serious chance to put points on the board.
Stay there,
They go to the
15.
back. Great set piece line out.
Advantage offside, back line.
They have advantage here. Steaming it up is
Playing advantage.
Kelly Martinez. Still have the advantage.
It's over.
Beautiful cut-out pass into the corner. They'll score the first try of this game. And it's Trenton Cooper from Ontario. Scores was an excellent try for Canada. They take the lead 5-3.
10. Please keep them back, okay, on the line out.
Yeah, good ball movement by this Canadian squad. We've said they look dangerous with ball in hand and then quickly move from hand to hand all the way out to the wing. Trenton Cooper made no mistake, only had one hand to go through. Nice long out pass. Look at that. It was about 4 or 5 Canadian players skipped all the way out to Cooper. Nice long pass out by, it looked like the fly half Robbie Povey threw that long pass, and Cooper just had to evade 1 or 2 arm tackle attempts, and he was able to do that to give the Canadians the lead.
Yeah, Canada loaded with attacking threats on the outside. Theo Sorter wearing number 11 on his back is a star to watch as well, we said earlier, and Phil Berner